Okay, before we continue, I wanted to mention that I'm not trying to be obscene here. My washing machine's right there, and it could be I could wash my clothes and hang them in here to dry, you see. This is polo underwear, Beverly Hills polo underwear, okay? It is something I intentionally hung there for a reason. See, I used to live in Los Angeles where Beverly Hills is, and there was some strange paranormal activity that happened there. So I mentioned the Mormons wearing the garment of the holy priesthood, which is it's a garment you wear under your clothing, and it's underwear, it's holy underwear. And Marvel comic book underoos. I've written about them already, and I'm going to read these letters to you, okay? There is a reason why I put that there. That's Polo Club underwear, okay? But it's clean. This is clean, okay? It's clean underwear. All right, so I want you to consider, because you could see your head in this area of the wall, I went ahead and I put the Buddha head here. See? You look in the mirror, there's your head, the head, Buddha head, okay? And then see how this is angular? See, this window is angular. I'm going to go ahead and close this window here. Hold on. More cobwebs I got to clean. All right, there we go. All right, so I would like you to consider Mr. Rogers. Okay, it could be, my last name is Rogers. It could be Mr. Rogers is making a show for you. You could watch at home right now. Okay. Anyways, you could think of the stoplight he had. You know, and stoplights, ever since the point in time, stoplights have had green, yellow, and red. But I am going to, it could be that you can remember Mr. Rogers before a flux in time when his stoplight had green, yellow, purple, and blue. See, can you remember when our stoplights used to be like that? Driving, when I was a young child, our stoplights were like that. Okay, we'd come to the intersection and we had these, it was green, yellow, purple, blue. Okay, so I'm going to get a purple Buddha and put it here. I'm going to put a yellow Buddha here and a green Buddha here. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. All right, so it could be Mr. Rogers was explaining fluxes in time at some point. See, the television set he had used to have a foyer. Had a foyer, and the first part of the show was in the foyer, and that is the area where he took off his shoes and then put on his inside shoes. And then he did that in the foyer before entering into the rest of the house. It could be long ago. That was customary in America. Everyone had a foyer, and when you would go over to your neighbor's house for a dinner party, you would bring your inside shoes in a bag, a special bag. When you got there, you would take your outside shoes off and put your inside shoes on, and then you'd go into the rest of the house. Do you remember civilization when it was like that? Do you remember? Okay, American civilization used to be like that. So these are things to consider. Okay, so I want you to consider how, someone very special could sit here, and then 16 people can sit along this bench here. And see, there's some pieces about history that we're putting together here. All right, so this is a very special room. Here, part of that decoration is train. We were training people to do things, and then we had shipments of heavenly packages, and we were departing on heavenly planes. See, people were in here, and then they'd depart on a heavenly plane and go into another spirit matter, okay? Then there's also spiritual packages. I'm going to talk more about spiritual packages. Okay, so we can consider reflection in this room, and you could say I'm going to talk more about it. All right, but this is a part of our healing stages of recovery when I put these in these special prepared categories, this locked natural judgment, okay? I want you to look at this and see how this is angular. See, this changed, and this is at a slight slant. It's not perfectly flat like the other one is. Over here, this one is flat. So it's like it was made for Ganesh here, okay? See, the main deity in Hinduism has 5 friends. One of them is Krishna. That has to do with Christianity. Ganesh has to do with Buddhism. So Ganesh is Buddha in Hinduism, okay? So there's Krishna, and then there's what? Shiva. Who else? You know, the main deity has 5 demigods. See, there's the god and then 5 demigods. Okay, so one of them is Buddha. Krishna is Jesus. Okay, that's their symbolism of Jesus. Okay. All right, so this pretty much is Buddha. We may want to argue that it's Hindu, but it's yet Buddha in Hinduism. Okay. All right, so I put. I'm going to go ahead and see. It's like that one was meant for the head, and this one's meant for the Ganesh here, and so on. So these are 4 Buddha statues. One is kind of the Hindu version of Buddha, and this locked judgment. All right. So at some point, I'm going to take this off the bench, and I'm going to put him back outside in the backyard. Okay. So I'm going to go back upstairs, and we'll talk more about this room later. All right, so turn this off and go back upstairs. Oh, and here's my gazebo. I bought a semi-permanent gazebo. See, this is a very durable material, and there's a platform that I'm hoping to get. See, I found a plastic platform that you could put in the backyard, and then you have to stake it into the ground to anchor it. There's another kind of platform that's a wood platform. It's a wood platform. And this is my grocery list here, but I'll go ahead and turn the page. See, you can buy a platform that is pieces of wood like this that have a groove. Can you see through that? Okay, it's focusing. There's pieces of wood that have grooves in it. So you order it in a box, and there's all these pieces of wood with grooves, and you interlock them together. And then you make a platform with it. And on 2 sides, there's male interlocking features, and they're at different locations. See, like these 2 are closer to this side, and these 2 are not in the same position. So if you get 2 male ends together, see there's a hole here, it'll interlock together. See, this one here is closer to this side, so it will be right about here. Like if you took another one like this, this one will go in here, and then this one has a hole right here. You see, so we have 2 sides with male, and all 4 sides have female interlocking features. And you interlock it together to make a platform, and it's all wooden, and you do not even need to use 1 nail. There's no nails. It's all interlocking pieces of wood that you put together. First, you interlock these ones like this. It's like a tic-tac-toe, like that. And then once these are interlocked, then you interlock these together to make a big platform. And they sit on these kind of pyramid things that could be concrete that are like this on top. See, it's a pyramid, so it's like that. See, like that. And then there's like 4 prongs right here. And then you put, see that here are these cross beams of wood, and there's a cross piece of wood right here, and it sits on it. So you have these stands underneath the interlocking. See, here's all these interlocking pallets that make a great platform. And then they're on the stand like that. Okay, so I'm hoping to find the wood platform that you can put together at home with interlocking features, and you don't need any nails or screws or anything. It's just all interlocking wood, and then you just put it on your ground outside, and then you can put your gazebo on it or do whatever on it. Okay, so I'm hoping, I know that is on the shelf in the Heavenly Plains somewhere. So you keep looking for it online. I don't seem to find it, but somewhere there's going to be a package that arrives, a spiritual package that arrives, and it'll be at Home Depot then. It'll be on the shelves at Home Depot or online you could order. Okay, so I guess, what, am I going to read part of that letter today? We'll see.